And just like that, I'm a boss. Alright, anti-workers, tell me how to be a good boss. Several years ago, my wife developed a chronic illness. Think Lyme disease with a lot of complications. She could no longer work. She couldn't walk. Her hair was falling out. No treatment. No diagnosis. It was a nightmare. And, in that situation, while we were paying tens of thousands of dollars in out-of-pocket medical expenses, she slowly built a business. I am not going to detail what the business is, because I will get a bunch of DMs from people looking for work. Anyway, it's freelance work, working from home, and she puts in 20-30 hours a week. She just hired 3 people to work for her and will bring on a 4th. Demand for her services seems strong. Okay, suddenly, we have a business and people work for us. So, now what? Politically, I'm a socialist, but live in a capitalist society. Ideas so far. We are looking to hire other people with disabilities. One of the new hires is somewhat autistic. Great. We are paying them more than what people asked for. We lost as a policy that we don't want anyone responding to emails outside of business hours or on weekends. What else should be our policy? Edit. The winning suggestion is profit sharing. Lots of people are saying coop, but I don't know what that even is. Try and make your paying positions something that would attract people to come and work for you. Forever. Pay well. Provide benefits, pension, profit sharing, PTO, etc. Focus on developing your employees' careers, without just dumping more work on them. Remember, they are people and their main focus is always going to be their life. So make your company something they're happy to make a part of their life. Accrued sick leave should be separate from their accrued paid time off. Flexibility. I love my current position because not once in 3 years has a time off request been denied. I have been able to leave early to watch my high school kids play sports, go to doctor appointments, get a massage, or any other random thing that might come up during work hours. My work gets done, so they are extremely flexible. I pay 0 out of pocket for health insurance, and that plan is awesome too. I probably will stay here. I also feel my opinion is valued.
Worker coop.
Don't encourage your employees to work sick. Even though this is a virtual job, being ill requires time to rest and relax so the body can heal itself. The same goes with personal time. Remote jobs can seem very easy to do whenever, but having a boundary between work and life is important. When someone calls off, or says they can't work, they can't, even if it would seem easy to open their computer and type some stuff up. No amount of fun, work activities, benefits make up for monetary compensation. Paying people well, which you seem to be doing, and making sure they have insurance, PTO, leave, paternity, both parents, leave, and severance is going to make people more dedicated to working for you than any amount of virtual pizza parties, scavenger hunts, etc. Employees should only be responsible for being a decent person and doing their job description, and they should be compensated for that. There's been a big problem with quiet fleecing, quiet quitting, as the fat cats say, and many employees express discontentment with being expected to give 110%. More responsibilities should be compensated with more pay, or promotions. Your employees are, after all, employees, not your children helping run your burger joint. They are there for money, and for professional purposes, not to do favors or win awards for overachieving. Edit. Breaks are a human right. If you ever do any live work, have any bathroom break policy, make sure you let your employees eat and potty in peace. That's probably not much of an issue with virtual work from home, but I just had to add it. Without knowing the nature of your business, I would say allow flexibility. The no contact or emails outside of normal hours doesn't always work for me because I may want to work a staggered schedule. When possible, let people make the schedule that works for them and allows them to still complete their goals. So this is far down the list after stuff like pay and direct benefits. But others have spoken well to that. So, whenever possible, look for ways to help your staff develop their resumes. In some cases, that will lead to people leaving the company, but also being a referral source throughout their lives. But in many cases, it will look like people growing the company to fit their growth, which means more opportunities for you. In any case, you will have done one of the only things a human can do that I expect truly matters in the end. Invested in another person. Good luck. You need solid operations, and I hate to break it to you, that's not gonna manifest out of the goodness of your heart. Mistreatment of employees is almost always the result of expecting them to make up for failures of management. Do you have SOPs? Do you have job descriptions? How are you going to evaluate their performance? What is your backup plan when people get sick? Do you provide benefits? Not to be a downer, but buckle up. There is a business owner who posts on TikTok about what she does. Like at the end of the year, any surplus profit is used on her employees. I.e., one year she bought everyone who wanted one a car or paid off anyone who already had a car. She is Madeline Pendleton, and she tries to be as socialist a business owner that she possibly can in this country. My 2 rules: protect your people, get the fuck out of their way. Understand your state and federal employment laws and adhere to all of them. Quarterly profit sharing is a good way to give back and reward employees for the company's success. When someone calls in sick, don't act like you can diagnose them over the phone. Just tell them to do whatever they need to do to get better, and you'll handle things while they are out. Not a policy, but more of a philosophy to follow is one called servant leadership. There are many resources giving tools and tips for this philosophy, some better than others. But the core idea is that you as an owner or manager have objectives you need met, and you actively include your employees in how those objectives are met. It seems stupid obvious on the surface, because it is. Is one person struggling with a task? Your job as a manager is to find out why. Do some research and offer solutions for the employee to try and give you feedback on the change. Making small incremental changes until the employee is satisfied they can complete the task properly. In my experience, it is about including the employees in the problem-solving process, giving them ownership of the processes and work they do every day. Generally, people want to work and do a good job. Simply help them do it. While the discussion you started here on Reddit today is a great step, having this conversation about policy with your current employees will be much better. In addition to that, making sure you continue this conversation regularly with your employees as the company changes and grows is the most important thing you could implement. You are the connection between what your customers want and what your employees can achieve. Saying things like no overtime ever is great in an ideal world. But in reality, a good team will put in some overtime to fulfill a customer's need every now and again. To what level of OT we are willing to work and how often comes from the team doing the work. I recall that when I was a kid, an aunt was on call. She and others would get asked if they wanted to work whenever someone needed time off. This allows so that you're not short-staffed. No burden on your team if someone is sick. Give nice profit-sharing bonuses at the end of each year. Reward long-time, loyal employees with a share of ownership. Even if it's small, it's a stake in the business. Transform your business model over to a worker co-op. You are a socialist? Make it a worker-owner co-op. Obvi. Everyone can share responsibilities and set the terms of work together. Coup. Profit sharing. If you're a socialist, this is the move. Take the exploitation out of capitalism by spreading evenly the business profits at regular intervals. Quarterly, yearly, monthly, whatever makes sense.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.